Dharma Bites is brought to you by Free Buddhist Audio, the Dharma for your life. Our work is funded entirely by donations from our generous listeners. If you would like to help us keep this free, make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. Thank you, and happy listening.
But really what I want to communicate is that it is possible for us to gain insight. It really is possible for us to gain enlightenment and at least stream entry. And for those of you who are new to the tradition, I will say a few words about stream entry. The Buddhist tradition says that there are basically 10 fetters that stop us being enlightened. There are 10 things that we do, 10 ways we use our mind, 10 ways we use our perceptions that get in the way of us experiencing things as they really are, get in the way of us experiencing reality. But there's a point, they are successive, or there's an element of succession about these 10 fetters. And if you can break the first 3 of these fetters, you reach a stage of irreversibility, which means enlightenment is assured. It means you will totally be able to see reality directly. All the problems in your life will clear up. You will be free. And I think that is amazingly optimistic. Yeah. I think, you've only got to break 3 of the 10. I mean, it's sort of like the scales are balanced on our side. Yeah. And I'll say something briefly about the 3 fetters that we break. And according to tradition, they tend to all 3 go together. And what they are the first fetter is personality view, the second fetter is over-reliance on rites and rituals, and the third fetter is skeptical doubt, or doubt and indecision. And to overcome the first fetter, you need to realize that there's no part of you, your being, from top to bottom, that is not ultimately changeable. If you know that, the core of your being, you will have broken the first fetter. You can change. Not as a theory, but you know it as an actuality. You can change. And the second fetter is over-reliance on rites and rituals as ends in themselves. It's no use going through the motions and thinking you're going to grow spiritually. It's no use sort of sitting down cross-legged with eyes closed for an hour thinking about what you watched on telly last night. You know what I mean? It's not going to work. If you've got that as a hindrance and you're working with it, that's fair enough. But it's the idea that we can just go through the motions. It's sort of about externals. It's about superficiality, if you like. So you have to realize that unless you put in the effort, unless you do what you need to do, you will not change. And the third fetter is skeptical doubt, or doubt and indecision. That classically is one deliberately keeps things confused so one doesn't have to commit oneself. The classic one is the person who says, of course, meditation doesn't work. It wouldn't work for me. I know that never does. It wouldn't be possible. Oh, have you tried meditating? No, of course not. I can't be bothered. It doesn't work, does it? That is skeptical doubt. One's not even willing to try. One's not even willing to commit oneself to try and do it. One's decision is in no way informed. It's a way of holding things at a distance. It's a way of keeping reality at a certain distance. And another element of skeptical doubt is, if you overcome this, all one's doubts about the Dharma are cleared up. All one's lack of Shraddha, if you like, one's lack of confidence in the Dharma is cleared up as well. That's another element. And to say, all these 3 fetters, I could probably give a talk just on that, actually. I'm afraid I'm going to be racing through quite a few things and concepts this evening. But when those 3 have gone, you've broken the first 3 fetters, yeah? Personality view, rites and rituals, and doubt and indecision. You have reached a stage of irreversibility. You've changed yourself to the degree that enlightenment is assured. You will gain enlightenment sooner or later. And that's great, yeah? You've got another 7 to do that you haven't even touched, but you will do it. So I think that's something to be really optimistic about. And I think kind of optimism is this sort of like the message of my talk this evening, I think. That we need to have confidence in our spiritual lives, confidence in our abilities to change, confidence in our abilities to gain insight.
We hope you enjoyed today's Dharma Bite. Please help us keep this free. Make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. And thank you.